Street preachers are back on campus and their message is being met with a Blocking Out the Hate event. We'll show you a live look.
Plus, Texas is in the process of increasing the legal age for buying and using tobacco products and just shut down a bill that could have criminally charged women who have an abortion.
And in sports news, 2 top-tier athletes are ending their careers.
From the Mayborn School of Journalism at the University of North Texas, this is NT Daily News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Caitlin Griffin.
And I'm Kelsey Jones. The National Street Preacher Conference is here and again in North Texas, and some are on the campus of UNT. NT Daily's Victoria Wickham is live to tell us about the group's return and how students are responding.
Street preachers standing along part of this sidewalk on West Highland Street are causing a lot of controversy again.
The National Street Preachers Conference started last year according to the group's website. The group was on UNT's campus last year, sparking a wave of responses from students and faculty for the group's controversial signs and beliefs. The group is back this year, and so are the students protesting them. But this year, UNT students are also diverting attention from the street preachers. Today, the Student Government Association is hosting a Blockout Hate rally to celebrate UNT's diversity. The event has food, games, and even a carnival ride.
Kind of our motto is that our diversity is our strength, but our unity is our power. So we're really trying to unite all these students to come together, even if it's having fun games, even if it's just eating food together. That's kind of one way that we're limiting them not only to kind of this like hateful rhetoric that I don't think anyone on campus even supports, but also uniting them together as students.
Also ahead of the street preachers' visit to campus this year, UNT President Neil Smastrek issued an email yesterday addressing the UNT community saying, quote, "At UNT, we accept and support everyone. We are a safe place for our students, and we celebrate each student's unique backgrounds, beliefs, and dreams. The campus has a free speech policy, but there are limitations, such as designated areas and noise and demonstration restrictions. Students who feel distressed by the preacher's presence on campus are encouraged to visit the Division of Student Affairs safe space in the Union today and tomorrow."
It's just an open space to, kind of seek affirmation, support, just to provide whatever we can for students who might be in distress.
Other resources available on campus include counseling services and Office of Diversity and Inclusion.
The National Street Preachers Conference will last through this weekend. In Denton, Victoria Wickham, NT Daily News.
The cosmetology industry may be completely deregulated if one state representative can pass his bill.
It's outrage. It's definitely outrage.
That's what some cosmetologists in Texas are feeling after State Congressman Matt Shaheen presented House Bill 1705 to the 86th state legislative session. The bill plans to strip the cosmetology industry of licensing and regulation. It's a move that would do away with training and education requirements.
If this bill gets passed, it's flat out irresponsible. It's dangerous and it's irresponsible, and I would be highly disappointed in our state because we would be the only state in the United States to deregulate this industry.
The outrage has led some nearly 200,000 to sign a petition on change.org protesting the bill. In a statement, Representative Shaheen said his aims for the bill are to help low-income Texans find a career. Cosmetologists know beauty school can be expensive, but say an education is necessary to do their work because they utilize chemicals and products that could be harmful.
License are set in motion so people can be knowledgeable of the stuff that they're doing or whatever they're using on that client.
Amid the backlash, Congressman Shaheen released another statement saying he no longer plans to strip the need for license, saying he will move forward with legislation that, quote, will direct the state licensing agency to perform a study of specialty license in the cosmetology field. But local business owners are still uneasy about plans to deregulate.
It's eliminating our business and our profession almost, so it's not pro-business. It might put a few people out of jobs, and I just don't think it's right.
No matter the future of the industry, some cosmetologists say they'll do what they can to protect their clients.
I will take every single precaution on the hiring process to only hire people that have been properly trained.
House Bill 1705 is still in the Licensing and Administrative Procedures Committee, where it awaits to be amended. The cosmetologists I spoke with are urging everyone to email their state representative to protest the bill. A proposed bill to punish women who have abortions with up to the death penalty failed in committee yesterday. State Representative Tony Tinderholt introduced a bill 896 back in 2017. That version of the bill would have required medical professionals to try and save the life of a child born alive during an abortion. Now, 2 years later, he reintroduced and amended it to charge mothers and medical professionals of murder in abortions. In the state of Texas, capital murder is punishable by death. On Wednesday, Republican Chairman Jeff Leach said that he could not in good conscience move the bill for consideration. Tuesday, the state of Texas got one step closer to raising the legal age for tobacco use. A bill to increase the smoking age easily passed through the Senate with 20 of 30 members in favor. If it continues through the Senate and is signed by the governor, Texas will be the 12th state to increase smoking age. The author of the bill, Senator Joan Huffman, cited 500,000 Americans dying per year to tobacco usage and 300 people becoming smokers per day. People opposing the bill believe if they are considered an adult, they should be allowed to purchase tobacco products.
A drug to help people overdosing will now be available for purchase without a prescription at the University of North Texas Student Pharmacy. I found out why the university took this step. Naloxone, or Narcan, is a temporary treatment to an opioid overdose in emergency situations. The UNT Students for Sensible Drug Policy chapter believes stocking it at the campus pharmacy is a step in the right direction.
Now, what we said as an organization is that this is a step in the right direction, but you know, there's other cities like Las Vegas, for example, where they're offering Narcan and vending machines for free. So there's definitely a lot of other things that we can do, but it's important to acknowledge that the university does seem to be taking more and more steps to harm reduction.
The university wants to make sure students know Narcan is available and they can come get it. The cost of the drug is $40 with insurance or $136 without.
We've made that step to try and make sure that students have that as an option available. The opioid crisis is increasing everywhere, and we know it impacts some of our community members as well as some of our students, faculty, and staff. So we just want to make sure that we were doing our best to provide that service and have that available to anybody who may need it at the UNT community.
Selling the nasal spray version of Narcan, which works a lot like your allergy nasal spray. To give a dose, insert the nozzle into one side of the person's nose and press the plunger. Once the dose is given, call for medical emergency help.
Denton County has seen a lot of reports this month about jury scams. NT Daily's Daisy Rosas found out what you can do to avoid becoming a victim.
Often people who fall victim to these scammers do not become aware of it until it's too late. I spoke to jury administrator for the district clerk's office, Tanya Thompson, and she said this has been happening for years. She recalled the office asking for a receipt on a fee payment she had made through the phone. Because she had paid these individuals with a prepaid card, there was no way of tracking the payment. Thompson said no court is going to call and ask you to get a prepaid card to pay a fine. Under jury services on the Denton County website, the district clerk's office has put up a statement saying, quote, "Please do not provide any payment information and report the call to your local law enforcement agency. Denton County will not contact you by phone for missed jury service warrants and demand payment over the phone. Please contact us with any questions." Thompson says if you miss jury duty, you will be served by a constable, never contacted by phone.
The man responsible for spreading state secrets has been arrested after 7 years. We'll tell you more after the break.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Gas prices have continued to increase in Texas, according to AAA, but residents of Denton may be surprised to learn they're actually paying lower prices than both their fellow Texans and Americans. The average price for a gallon of gas in Texas was $2.48 last week. Gas Buddy reported the lowest price for a gallon in Denton was $2.29. Denton resident Javier Maya is enjoying the low prices, but knows they are bound to change.
It's nice that gas prices are lower. To spend a few less bucks at the pump is nice, but they're going to fluctuate. It might put a little less economic strain on some people.
The national average for gas is $2.78 a gallon, up 11 cents from the average a year ago. Prices in DFW are up 14 cents from this time last year.
Nearly $1 billion of Defense Department funding was repurposed to go towards 57 miles of border fencing on Tuesday. The Department of Defense estimates the U.S. could end up spending $500 million on troops for the southern border in the fiscal year. $350 million of that $500 million estimate would be spent on deploying members of the National Guard alone. United States Attorney General Bill Barr claims that spying did occur on the Trump campaign and says he's investigating whether their surveillance was authorized. CNN's Sarah Murray is in Washington with the president's reaction to Barr's suspicion.
I think spying did occur. Yes, I think spying did occur.
A stunning statement by Attorney General William Barr, claiming that the FBI or intelligence agencies during the Obama administration may have spied on the 2016 Trump campaign.
I think spying on a political campaign is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Barr later tried to clarify his claim.
I am not saying that improper surveillance occurred. I'm saying that I am concerned about it and looking into it. That's all.
And while he stopped short of accusing anyone of breaking the rules,
I'm not suggesting that those rules were violated, but I think it's important to look at that. And I'm not talking about the FBI necessarily, but intelligence agencies more broadly.
Barr telling lawmakers he's looking into the origins of the FBI's investigation into possible ties between Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign and the Russian government. The investigation into the investigation already cause for celebration from the president.
He's doing a great job getting started on going back to the origins of exactly where this all started, because this was an illegal witch hunt, and everybody knew it. What they did was treason. What they did was terrible.
But when it comes to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report, the president may not be as pleased. Barr told lawmakers he will not sanitize it to protect Trump.
Does that mean that you will redact information to protect the reputational interests of the president?
No, I'm talking about people in private life.
Okay.
Not public office.
Still, Barr faced another round of criticism for his decision to clear the president of obstruction of justice, admitting he did not know if Mueller wanted him to make that call.
Did he express any expectation or interest in leaving the obstruction decision to Congress?
Not that he didn't say that to me, no.
So he said the obstruction decision should be up to you?
He didn't say that either. But that's generally how the Department of Justice works.
And he still doesn't know if Mueller agrees with it.
Did Bob Mueller support your conclusion?
I don't know whether Bob Mueller supported my conclusion.
Meantime, the president today claiming he doesn't care about the Mueller report because
I've been totally exonerated. I have not seen the Mueller report. I have not read the Mueller report. I won. No collusion, no obstruction. I won. This was an attempted coup. This was an attempted takedown of a president.
Trump has capitalized on this moment, saying he absolutely believes there was prying eyes on the campaign.
WikiLeaks' Julian Assange has been arrested this morning in London, where he's been staying at the Ecuadorian embassy for the last 7 years. Charges have been announced against Assange, citing a computer hacking conspiracy. The indictment, unsealed today, was signed in March of last year. In a press release, the DOJ said the indictment alleges that in March 2010, Assange engaged in a conspiracy with Chelsea Manning, a former intelligence analyst in the U.S. Army, to assist Manning in cracking a password on classified DoD computers. Manning was subpoenaed by prosecutors to testify before a grand jury in Alexandria, Virginia, and later jailed for refusing to testify. It's been a week of losses. The city of Dallas lost an MVP last night, and the Los Angeles Lakers lost their team president.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
The NFL draft is 2 weeks away, and for players entering from UNT, it's an opportunity to turn a dream into reality. These Mean Green players have a chance to break the 14-year drought of UNT players not being drafted into the NFL. With 3 players selected to be a part of the 2019 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl, many people feel that this is the year that the drought will end.
You know, we all bring something special to the game. You know, that's the reason we're all being scouted so good. And so when you have 11 guys on a team that all can individually do something better to help a defense, that just shows like the true character and testimony of your defense and how great you guys were. So them bringing their skill set to different teams will be an amazing asset to any team they get granted to.
The NFL draft begins on April 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. A recently published mock draft from CBS Sports does not have a UNT player getting drafted. Dallas is losing an MVP. Future NBA Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki played his final game on Wednesday after confirming Tuesday night that he would be retiring at the end of the season, his 21st in the NBA. Video shows Dirk getting a loud thank you chants and walking off American Airlines center floor for the final time. Earvin Magic Johnson has unexpectedly announced his resignation of president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers. Basketball legend and former LA Lakers point guard Magic Johnson said Tuesday night he is quitting his front office job with the team. Johnson was in his second full season as the team's president of basketball operations. He stunned reporters with his announcement on Tuesday at an impromptu news conference. According to CNN affiliate KTLA, Johnson said, quote, "I want to go back to having fun. I want to go back to being who I was before taking on this job." Before retiring as a player, Johnson led the LA Lakers to be in 5 NBA titles. The best golfers in the world are back for the Masters event at Augusta National. Round 1 started this morning, and people are anxious to see the results of top performers such as Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and Dallas's own Jordan Spieth. They will all be trying to take the spot of last year's winner, Patrick Reed, who says that the hardest part is over for him.
I would always feel like it'd be harder to win the first because, you know, every guy out here believes that they can win a major, and you know you feel like you have the game to do it, but until you actually do it, there's always that kind of that self-doubt in the back of your mind that's always like, well, you know, even though I believe I can do it, I haven't done it yet.
You can catch the games between now and Sunday. Dallas is starting off the Stanley Cup playoffs on a high note. The Dallas Stars beat the National Predators in 3-2 in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs to take a 1-0 series lead. Stars rookie Miro Heiskanen scored 2 goals to help them to victory. Catch the second battle between these teams on April 13th at the Bridgestone Arena.
A South Carolina student was killed earlier this month after getting into a car she thought was her Uber. Coming up, we'll give you some tips to keep you safe while using your ride-sharing services.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
As ride-sharing companies are moving into more cities, we become accustomed to riding with complete strangers. But we might want to take a few precautions next time we order a ride.
I would just see someone pulled off to the side and go, that's probably my Uber. So I used to run up to cars, and it's sometimes they literally wouldn't be mine.
While for many passengers like Sarah, that can lead to an awkward situation. But for one University of South Carolina student, that mistake proved fatal. In videos shared by WFAA, you can see 21-year-old Samantha Josephson mistakenly getting into a stranger's car. She thought it was her Uber, but driver 24-year-old Nathaniel Rowland was not. Police say he kidnapped and killed her. Sarah Lotus says the incident is terrifying.
Just walking up to that car, I always feel myself getting anxious and stuff, because you never know.
Each state has different laws for ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft. In Texas, drivers are required to provide their information with you in the app. It's a precaution legislatures passed in 2017. Uber driver Ari Lozano says that information is provided for your safety.
Communicate with the driver before you even touch the vehicle.
When taking a ride, it is important to verify your driver when they arrive. First, check if the license plate matches on the app, and then the make and model of the vehicle. Before you enter the vehicle, check to see if the driver matches their photo on the app. Then ask the driver for your name.
Are you Caitlin?
Lozano says most passengers already take these precautions.
A lot of people will wait till I roll the window down before they open the door. And then they'll ask me my name, and then they kind of expect me to say their name. And that tells us that we both have the right person.
While it may seem like common sense, these tips could save your life. Police say the suspect and victim did not know each other, and the child's safety lock was on, so she could not get out.
A collective of astronomers around the world announced they have taken a picture of a black hole. 200 researchers worked for a decade to find something 55 million light years away that nobody has ever seen before. Before this week, it has only been a theory that had been worked on by many scientists, including the late Stephen Hawking. Just more than a year from his passing, his theory of massive light-bending object came to fruition. With no single instrument powerful enough to photograph a black hole, a network of telescopes across the Earth worked together to create the image. While resolving some questions, visible evidence creates more avenues for research, blazing a trail for new discoveries to come. UNT astronomers unveiled its new telescope. Not only is the telescope the department's largest, it also has the longest name, Boyce Astro Dark Skies Citizen Astronomy Center, or as UNT officials are calling it, BADSAC, located in the Dark Sky Observatory in West Texas. The telescope allows the students to connect, research, and produce high-quality images remotely.
A system like this because it allows our graduate students and those research scientists that are on our faculty to work together using a quality research instrument to make new discoveries and to enhance the knowledge that we have about our sky.
The University of Dallas and Boyce Foundation are alongside UNT in this collaboration.
Calling all film, photography, and music lovers, the Thinline Festival is back in town for the 12th year. The 5-day-long festival kicked off on Wednesday, bringing in artists from all around the world to a few local favorite spots around Denton. Multiple photographers' work will be shown at Armadillo Ale Works and the Golden Triangle Mall, while various Denton concert venues, including Dan's Silverleaf and Harvest House, will host Texas musicians from around the state. The Alamo Draft House and the Campus Theater in the Square will host the film portion of the festival, with 40 filmmakers showing their work, including a documentary about Mean Green football star Mason Fine.
We have over 40 filmmakers from around the world, seriously, who are here, and they will talk with you, answer questions, tell you their life story and why they're telling the stories they're telling. I think that's a pretty cool thing to have the people here in town who create the art.
The festival will last until Sunday night, and every event is free. For more information on how to register for the festival and the schedule of events, visit www.thinline.us.
That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time for NT Daily News.